So here we are once again at Cameron Park, and I'm at one of the spots that I'd already showed you in another video. And I had told you that there's a lot of places for me to show you here, and I'm still not finished yet. Today I am taking you on the act of faith, like I said I would, and we are going to end up going out California 56. So here we go. As of usual, I have to watch where I step, keep from tripping up and stuff. I haven't walked this for a few months, so it's going to take just a little while for me to remember which kiosks. I don't remember walking this way. Let me turn around and make sure. I don't remember having to walk this right here. This is unfamiliar. Already being unfamiliar. Yep, that's the way I was supposed to take. So that's my bad. Here we are, act of faith. Right there. Yeah, I should have known. I told you it'd been a few months. So there you are. Let's go on up. Believe me though, we wouldn't have got lost if I'd continued that other way. We would have ended up on another branch that I'm familiar with. But I said I was going to take you on the act of faith. Now, you see there? So walk up close to it. We've got the walking trail arrow. And that's what we're doing. We are following that marker. Now, you can either go that way on it or this way, and this is the way we're going. Now, some of these trails are a little less defined, and that's when they've got the markers the best. Another running trail marker. So, on we go. Now, before we continue, be a nice little spot to maybe sit down for a bit and enjoy a little bit of company. Watch where I step here. Now from here, you can see the Brazos River. Everybody calls it the Brazos. The Brazos. I call it the Brazos. Oh well. Same thing, right? but they call it the Brazos. I mean, gee, what do I know? I'm not a native of Texas and definitely not a native of Waco, so at least I'm pronouncing it. Show you we're still alright. That's one reason why I like this particular trail, because it's got that marker all through it. That's why I'd always liked it. When you're not too busy watching where you're having to step, you can really admire the view. So that's what I'm trying to give for you. Something that I can't just up and look at if I'm literally taking the time out to make a straight walk. But for a video, yeah, I could stop and pan. Other thing that I like about this trail is it does have the various up and downs, which makes a great workout, but it's not so difficult of a task that I feel like I can't finish it. So I'm challenging myself without overdoing it. Makes it worth it. And like I had said before in my other videos, whenever you see that sign, running trail, just follow the trail that's got that sign on it, and you'll definitely never get lost. It always leads you right out to the Riverwalk. Always. Let's go up here. I'm going to show you this. Here's one of the cliffs that I'd showed you. This is what it looks like up here. Isn't the river beautiful? We'll walk on by here because you could get right back down. Like, there's a trail that goes on down that way. I've never walked that. It probably goes right down to the Riverwalk. get on back down here. Now they had a power tower here, and as you can see, they removed it, but they've got it there. So they just moved it down. And they might have done it for in case the cliff would ever fall off or something. Who knows? And let us continue. There we go. I'll put this away. Now, Act of Faith runs into Speed Run. As you can see, somebody had fun with some spray paint. But as you can see, the running trail is this way. Last night we had quite a bit of storm in the area. Good hard rains with thunder. The river trail, the river walk is it's damp, but it's also got some mud puddles. We shouldn't run into that problem on here because it's mostly rock, and the way that it's situated, it's got good drain off. I don't expect us to have too much of a problem. It'll be good when I get in better shape. At one point, I was able to walk this without too much huffing and puffing. But now here I am, huffing and puffing. all thanks to the weather and my injury. Does it take much for the body to lose its mobility or to become sluggish? Beautiful ivory. Does it take much at all, guys? We're going to be going that way. Now, up that way, it just walks into a little pullover. Just a nice little cubby hole. Another part of the park. Place where you can like sit and whatnot there. Okay, now we're back onto the Act of Faith over there. Now, if we go down that way, we just get right back to the Riverwalk. But I'm wanting to take you on around to California 56. So we go up this way. Some more beautiful ivory. I guess I should go on ahead and clear this off. Last night I did a vlog that was very emotional. Basically, I was just feeling a little disheartened because I'm not getting subscribers any faster, so it brought back memories of not being liked and everything. But yeah, it just kind of hit me hard. And seriously, I shouldn't have even done the vlog, or at least uploaded it. But in a lot of ways, I'm glad that I did, because that also allowed Jens to see the vulnerable part of me. But on top of that, I had received inspiration from a brother in Christ. So I apologize for that vlog, for you seeing me emotional and crying. In the future, I will try very hard not to do that again. I'm all right today. I really am. And I came to terms with one simple thing, and that is the fact I enjoy doing these videos. Now here, we're at Circle Point. That's all this is. And it drives on down to the cliff. Really isn't anything to it. But anyway, I just came to realize that I walk these anyway. I walk these trails. I see these parks. I walk those tracks. And I enjoy filming them and uploading them for all of Jens to see it. For Jens to see these nice places. And maybe, who knows, one of these days Jens will actually come yourself and decide, well, hey, let's go to that Cameron Park that Amy talked about on YouTube, or that Woodway Park or Hewitt Park, you know, or one of the places that I'll be showing you in the future. Let's go to blah blah place. That looked interesting on YouTube. So, you know, whether or not, I'm putting it out there for you guys. I am. And I enjoy doing it. And the more I get, the merrier. And that's always going to be. And you seriously think about it. Why else would anybody publicize their video? Why? For others to see. Simple. And for those of us who have signed on to the agreement that when we start receiving a certain amount, let's see if this is empty or open. Yeah, somebody enjoys a little bit of a cheap, expensive wine, don't they? Right there. Anyway, for those of us who signs on to the agreement and sets it up so that we can receive money, we're dead serious about our videos. We're not just posting them. We're dead serious about it. Yeah, okay, yeah. We seriously are placing these. We're going on Sidewinder for right now. Sidewinder. So, yeah, just like anybody else, just like any one of you guys that has decided to agree in order to receive payments for the videos you post. I did too. And I know how excited all of yous get when you're up to 1,000, 2,000 or more subscribers, buddy. You throw a giant party. One who got up to 1 million subscribers, oh my gosh, he threw a giant party and filmed it. So yeah, don't you guys dare say, she don't. She's just in it for the glory or whatever. No, daggone it. I get excited just like the next person that's doing these videos on YouTube. Every time I get another subscriber, I claim to my husband, look, I got another one. You know, it's exciting to me because I'm that much closer to the point where I can start receiving money for my work. And, you know, so some people, they sit at a table or desk, whatnot, wherever they're at in front of the computer with a nice big fancy mic. And they do their open vlogs. But they're just sitting there talking. Yeah, of course it takes money to run a computer. I know. The right equipment for editing and everything, yes, and computers aren't cheap. But I tell you what, this work that we do, us explorers, adventurers, those of us who hikes and checks out old abandoned places and stuff, we're putting a lot of work in too. We are. Do you think Kitsy Travels is taking it easy? She has to drive to where she's going to explore. She has to find a way into where she's going to be looking. She has to walk on old floors and through areas that she's not sure is even going to hold her up. I watched one of her videos where it fell through, her foot fell through. So, yeah, we're putting work out there. Ray the Explorer, the places he goes to. Oh my gosh, like, yeah. Dark tunnels, abandoned homes, and Kitsy and Ray with his wife Amy, a lot of times they even go to like these old abandoned hospitals and stuff. And then like there's Sightseeing Sally, and she goes to these cool old places in deserts and old houses and ocean fronts, and my goodness, Sightseeing Sally, she's into everything. I mean, she looks at everything. So does Kitsy and Ray. And then there's the other ones that explores the abandoned homes and stores and hospitals. And those of us who walks parks and trails. Yeah, this isn't easy, guys. It's not easy. We're running our fuel. We're taking our time. And we're doing a lot of footwork. And how many hours or how many minutes is cut out during editing? How long do you think Sightseeing Sally is in the place that she's filming? How about Kitsy and Ray? What about all the other explorers? Now me, I don't cut out too awful much unless it's just absolutely useless. I usually give it to you all. Maybe a minute or two cut off total. But nonetheless, I'm doing a lot of walking for you guys so that you can see these beautiful places. And it's the same thing for Sightseeing Sally and Kitsy and Ray Ray and all the other explorers. They're showing you these cool, neat places. And you can allow your imagination to run. Like, what would it be like to walk these parks that I'm showing you? What would it be like to walk it yourself? Or to, like back in the heyday of these old abandoned homes that Ray Ray and Kitsy explores. What were they like when they were occupied and used? And a little bit on the maintained side. What about all the cool places that Sightseeing Sally has been on? What about her? I mean, like she just done the site where Airwolf was filmed. How cool was that? Have everybody back on the background, on the set, watching all this take place in this area. I mean, honestly, yeah. And we're serious about our work too. We're very serious. We present this to all of yous for your enjoyment, for you to enjoy, for you to travel with us, for you to see where you would like to go. And then those who does the vlogs, or rather through giving like their insight on news reports or the vlogs that kind of shows their daily routine, that's important to them too. Take Ruthie D. She doesn't do anything special. I mean, not like literally traveling outside of the state or whatnot and exploring abandoned places and stuff. What she does is she takes care of her family. And it's interesting to see her morning. She starts out usually with a cup of joe or something. Which, by the way, Ruthie, I love that little pot that you put on the stove. That's cuter than heck. And then, like, we've got, where while she's warming up the car, she'll talk a little bit, and then she goes about, shows us her little Chewy dog. And then she shows a fast prep on her meals. But to me, that's interesting. And to her, obviously it's fun and it's important to her. That's the reason why she posts it. So yeah, the people who gives their views on the news, they've got something important to say. We've got David Harris Jr. Oh my goodness, he's a firecracker. He's always laughing. But he's dead serious. He's a brother in Christ and I love listening to him. My husband listens to a Dr. Stephen Turney or whoever he is. Folks, for those of you who don't have a channel, but you happen, excuse me, I gotta stop and breathe. But you happen to actually catch a video and watch it, please subscribe. Whoever it may be, it might not be me, whoever you may catch, subscribe to them. And it don't matter if they've already got 1 million subscribers or if they've just got 10 subscribers. It comes right down to it. We all start at ground zero. All of us. Some takes off faster than others. But we do this in hopes that the viewers will enjoy. We put our heart into it. We put our effort into it. Our body, for those of us who goes and explores our bodies. For those who just does vlogs, their time. We do these for all of yous. That's my GPS, working on Fitbit. I'm clocking this. I'm going to put some money into it. But those of you who are a channel of yourself, I try my best to subscribe to yins as well, because I know that 99% of you are seriously in it to try to earn money as well. And I want to be of help. And anyway, I have subscribed to countless channels because I want to be supportive in their effort to earn. And I ask that you do the favor for me, that you subscribe to me too, because it's just as important to me as it is to you. As I had said the first time to someone who I had been watching for a while, had subscribed to them, and I told them I had a YouTube channel, and I said, please subscribe and spread the word to everybody else. Us YouTubers have got to stick together. And it's true. Oh my goodness. The ones of us who are struggling to even reach that first 1,000 that becomes money, please help us out and help push us along. Share us to others. Get the word spread about us and what we do, what we show, and help us grow. And for me personally, I'll do the same for you guys. If I'm not subscribed to you yet, I will be sure and do so to help push you along too. All right, look here. We have reached California 56, which is where we're going. And da-da-dang, yeah. I also want to mention Sticky Fingers 745. He does vlogs as well, but his is on reviews of ready packaged food, ready to eat packaged food. And also there is Smokey, Old Smokey. He does the same thing. He also reviews already packaged ready to eat meals. There's also G. Schultz and Gundog and many others along that line. They do reviews on the ready to eat meals. It's already packaged. But now Old Smoky has stepped it up as well. He also shows what he gets in the mail, because a lot of people send some goodies. Something like what's starting to happen with Sightseeing Sally. People sends him all kinds of cool stuff. So when he's not reviewing the meals, he'll do a video on what he got in the mail. He shows off his little goodies, the items that have been sent to him. And that's interesting. So there's all kinds of veneers that you can check out on YouTube. But there are so many people who are still just beginning. And there are those that even though they're finally into the money racket, they're still not receiving that much. So those that still has a low count, but they're already into the money range, let's go on ahead and subscribe to them too. Help them get even more. I mean, we all need a push. We all do. Every one of us. So those are my shout outs. All my friends. I love each and every one of you. So remember, Sightseeing Sally explores all kinds of cool places. Ray Ray the Explorer, neat abandoned places. Kitschy travels, really cool places. And people like Dr. Stephen Turney, or whatever his name is, and David Harris Jr. vlogs of the people giving their views on the news and what's happening in the world. The ones who's doing the ready-to-eat packaged meals. Old Smoky, Sticky Fingers 645, G. Schultz, Gundog. Oh, and then there's this one favorite, and he is doing so well. Wolf Pit. He is so fascinating. He tries foods from different stores, like off-brands, and foods from the Dollar Tree and the Great Value Meals, and wow. And sometimes he'll show you something he cooks himself. He is fascinating. Gundog. Wolf Pit. Don't forget Wolf Pit. So those are my shout outs. Check them out. Subscribe, like, and comment. They're awesome to view. I also want to give a shout out to the Brothers of Decay. BROS of Decay. Bros of Decay. Which usually it's just got like the one man that's in front of the camera, and then he's got someone else filming. But they explore homes and stores and hospitals, like in Belgium. And they done an old monastery that was in Greece. And this was so old that the only thing that was left of it was the walls. There was no ceiling, there was no floor. It was grown up with trees and grass and stuff. It just had the walls. Imagine what that was like back in its time. The guy said he couldn't find any information on it. So yeah, remember, Bros of Decay. So I've rambled on enough of I'm going to remind you of Ruthie D. She's the one I told you that just does a few clips of her daily life. Just a few clips. Her daily vlog. So yeah, don't forget Ruthie D. That's my other shout out. So now that I'm done rambling on about the different kinds of people and their videos, let's get back to talking about the beautiful trails. I'd be able to tell you more about them if I wasn't huffing and puffing. But I'm huffing and puffing because I was so busy talking. Yeah. Being a little goofy there. I can do that on occasion. I'm not always drab, just most of the time. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just catching my breath, guys, catching my breath. Whew. I'll see here. It's Dawn, California 56. With our little reminder. Right there. Yeah, I didn't get us too lost. It's a lot easier with markers, that's for sure. I have one more shout out, guys. I'm trying to think of everybody that I'm subscribed to, and I know that I can't name them all. But this is another one I want to mention. This one is a storyteller. He mostly gives historical facts of people back in the older eras and like their gruesome stories, either that they became a recluse or they disappeared or they were serial killers or whatnot. And then he's also done a little bit of exploring himself. I choose to watch the ones where he tells the story of the people. His channel is called Oddie Obsolete. Oddie Obsolete. ODDIE Obsolete. I caught him by accident. There was a title that popped up on my homepage, and it was interesting, so I checked it out. I liked it. Saw another video with his channel, watched it, enjoyed it, so I subscribed. I love his work. You never see him, at least when he's telling the historical features. And that's what he called those. He calls those historical features, which they're not listed on the titles. They pop up as he's introducing them. But maybe in his other videos you might see a face, but not in his historical features. So check him out as well. Uh, and as far as it goes for asking once again for people to subscribe to me and giving you my reasons for wanting you to, I've presented my case enough, and I'm not going to be running it into the ground. I know that nobody wants to hear that story over and over and over again. Most everybody knows to subscribe anyway. And like Sally said, it doesn't feel natural to ask. So, yeah. Maybe on occasion I'll remind you to please subscribe, but on the whole part, I'm not going to bring it up again and let you all make your decision anyway. So as you can see, it's not a difficult trail, but it does take a little bit of time to get through it. It's not drastic. When I got to a certain point on the trail, it was just after 5 and it's not even 6 yet. So all in all, the trail from the Act of Faith on out of California might average about an hour and a half walk, somewhere around there, especially if you walk it straight without taking time to stop. And that's also not including the time it takes to walk all along the Riverwalk to get to the Act of Faith. Now that in itself is around another 15 to 30 minute walk. So we're looking at around maybe a 2-hour walk altogether, something like that. As you can see, I'm having once again to show the sides because we've got hikers on this end. I'm starting to get blisters on my feet. I should have put on my tennis shoes, but I was wearing casual shoes that's got nice sole, and I didn't think that they would cause me blisters. And I'm not wearing socks with them, so for the next couple days I'm going to have to wear my sandals and kind of baby my feet. And beat all, it's on the one pair, on the one foot. These specific shoes had caused a blister on before when they were brand new. So I might have to take a file to that and soften it up or something. Whatever it is causes a blister on that foot. I'll have to check that out a little bit. I mean, I've got them broken and they're comfortable. They really are. And I can wear them all day as long as I'm not doing a major lot of walking, or at least in areas like this. But yeah, I should have took the time out, put on my tennis shoes. I'll suffer the consequence for that choice. Oh, my son is calling, but you know what? He's going to have to wait till old mother can get home and talk. He's going to keep ringing two guys. So just bear with me with the sound. As I'd mentioned last night, he lives in Kentucky with his dad. So we get on the phone and video chat quite often. Ain't nothing Mom can do though until she gets home, which is going to be about another hour or so. We are getting into a bamboo forest. This is what I wanted to show you so bad originally. Look at that. Nice. I love the bamboo. It's so green. And it just, and the leaves, I mean, look at the leaves. Reminds you of a willow. There goes my son again. But yeah, and this willow or the bamboo forest, it's thick. Now, appears that some of it's died out quite a bit. But dried out bamboo is very tough. So is green bamboo. Now, bamboo is a fast-growing plant. Back in the old days, this was very old and primitive days. To punish a prisoner, I think like the Chinese done this method, but don't claim it, okay? Because I'm not certain about it. I just know it was used. That they would take the prisoner and tie them down on top of a bamboo. And where the bamboo is such a hard plant and it grows so fast, in no time it would literally grow up inside the prisoner's body and kill the person. So it was a really drastic punishment. Very drastic punishment. But aren't they beautiful? And just think, you go like to a Chinese restaurant or some sort of Asian restaurant and you get these wooden chopsticks, or you eat on a plate that's made of wood. If it's an authentic place, it's bamboo. We are just about off of the trail, guys. Soon we'll be back onto the Riverwalk. And then I will be saying adios for this time. But I hope that yous have enjoyed this trail and that you're encouraged to walk it someday yourself. As I'd said before, come visit Cameron Park. There is so much to see here. So, just another trail for yins to explore. Remember, go down the Riverwalk till you come to the Act of Faith and just follow the trail that keeps having the marker that reads Running Trail. You'll come out California 56. Here we are back at the Riverwalk. And this is where I'm saying goodbye. So, I love yins. And until next time, bye. Hey guys, I'm so glad that you watched another segment of Great Walks with me. I'm just wanting to tell you that I am now on Patreon, Patreon, and I would like to invite you to support me through Patreon. Now, by your support, that means that I can give you more beautiful walks, showing you more parks and gardens, trails and attractions, and not just locally around here, but anywhere else in Texas and possibly outside the state. So I ask that you support me through Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/Amy's Creations Video Productions. That's patreon.com/Amy's Creations Video Productions. All lowercase, no spaces and no apostrophe, just straight Amy's Creations Video Productions. Now I appreciate it. Thank you.